North Carolina coming in with the most low-key ask ever, and you know what? I dig it. All right, let's get into North Carolina's helmets, but first, let me answer a couple questions people may not know. One, what's a Tar Heel? And two, why is North Carolina's mascot a ram? Well, the term Tar Heel dates back to the late 1700s when North Carolina was the leading producer of naval industry supplies. Workers who produced tar often went barefoot during the summer months and got tar on their heels. Now, if you called someone a Tar Heel, you were implying they were a low-level worker. During the Civil War, North Carolina soldiers flipped the script, calling themselves Tar Heels as an expression of state pride. Others adopted the term, and North Carolina became known as the Tar Heel State. So why do they have a ram as a mascot? In 1922, UNC had a star fullback named Jack Merritt. He was nicknamed the Battering Ram. That name inspired a cheerleader named Vic Huggins to bring a ram out to a game against VMI in 1924. In a scoreless game in the fourth quarter, kicker Bun Hackney rubbed the Rams' head for luck, then proceeded to kick the game-winning field goal. The Ram mascot became permanent. On to the helmets. In 1951 and 52, they wore a white helmet. In 1953, they had a helmet with a ram's horn on it. The look lasted 3 games into the 1954 season, then was changed to a white helmet with blue stripes. That was worn through 1955. From 1956 through 1959, the center striping was changed to blue with Carolina blue striping on either side. From 1960 through 1962, the Tar Heels go with this solid color helmet. In 1963, the interlocking NC appears for the first time on a white helmet and is worn through 1966. In 1967, the helmet changes to Tar Heel blue with a Tar Heel blue interlocking NC set against a white background. The helmet is worn through 1977. In 1978, the look is modified as the NC is now white with blue trim and the center striping is expanded from just a white stripe to a white stripe with blue on either side. The very next year in 1979, UNC appears in interlocking letters on the side of the helmet and the helmet is a slightly darker blue. In 1980, the look is more Carolina blue, and this helmet is worn through 1985. The look is tweaked in 86 as the face mask changes from white to blue. 1988, the interlocking NC is back, but in thicker lettering. The white center striping is bordered by a thin blue stripe, and the white face mask returns. This is worn through 1994. In 1995, the NC is now outlined in dark blue, and the center striping is widened. This is worn through 2000. Then in 2001, they switched back to the same look they had in the late 80s and early 90s and wear this helmet through 2012. 4 new looks came along in 2012 as well. For 2 games, this chrome helmet with a huge Tar Heel on the side. North Carolina also wore this white helmet with a blue NC, and it had a darker blue center striping. This was worn both with a white face mask and a dark blue face mask. And finally, in 2012, this military appreciation look that was worn against Idaho. 2013, another 4 helmets debut. Matte black with a thick Carolina blue center stripe and Carolina blue NC. It's used through 2014. This white helmet with a Carolina blue stripe and logo, also worn through 2014. This Carolina blue helmet with a dark blue stripe and logo trimmed in white, also worn through 2014. And finally, this military appreciation look worn in 2013 against East Carolina. In 2014, this blue helmet with chrome Tar Heel was used twice, and this Carolina blue camo helmet was worn against Virginia Tech. In 2015, 2 new looks come on board that are still used. This white helmet, which used an Argyle center stripe pattern for the first time, along with a blue NC. This helmet was also used with a Carolina blue face mask a handful of times between 2016 and 2018. And its counterpart, a Carolina blue helmet with Argyle center stripe and white logo. In 2016, North Carolina used this black matte version for 1 game against North Carolina State. In 2019, this black helmet with a blue Tar Heel was used twice. Then in 2020, the Tar Heels went back to basics, if you will, incorporating the helmet they had worn from 1988 through 94 and from 2001 through 2012 back into the mix, and it's still used. Finally, in 2022, North Carolina wore this chrome helmet twice. It is similar to the one I showed you from 2014, but it has more Carolina blue in the chrome, and the Tar Heel logo is updated. Hit the comments, tell me who I should do next, and continue to follow Hooked on Helmets.